welcome back as we begin the path to the Kohl Center. The WIAA Basketball Bracket Reveal getting ready for Division 3.
And this one should be one of the more competitive brackets that we see. So let's move to the matchup reveals. We've got number 1 Prescott, and they will take on either the winner of number 8 Amory or number 9 Barron. Then we move to St. Croix Central and number 12 Spooner. They'll take on number 4 Osceola. To the other side, it's number 3 Somerset, and they will take on the winner of number 6 Northwestern and St. Croix Fall. Then Ellsworth and Baldwin Woodville will go head-to-head. They're going to take on Bloomer after that one.
We move on now. Elk Mound is the number 1 seed in our next bracket. Altoona and Black River Falls match up in an 8 versus 9 game. Berlin hosts Adams Friendship. The winner of that one gets Wauwatomi. Gale Ettrick Tripolo is the 3 seed. Stanley Boyd hosts Winneconne. Then it's Arcadia and Ripon. The winner of that plays 2nd seeded Amro.
All right, Northland Pines and Amherst in 8 versus 9. The winner of that is going to advance to face the top seeded number 1 Freedom. Then moving down from there, Tomahawk at number 12, Wittenberg and Burnham Wood at number 5. They're going to take on they will take on the number 4 of Wapaka, the winner of that one. The number 3 Clintonville, they're going to wait on number 11, Menominee Indian versus Sturgeon Bay at number 6. Then Peshtigo, we got that with number 7. Number 10, Oconto Falls, and the winner of that advances to face number 2, Southern Door.
In our next bracket, Kiel is the top seed. They'll host either Denmark or Chilton. Winnebago Lutheran gets a bye, and we'll see either Little Chute or North Fond du Lac. Brilliant is the 3 seed. Then it's Wrightstown against Campbellsport. Two Rivers hosts New Holstein, and the winner of that one moves on to play Xavier.
Still some games to play, but let's talk about the only unbeaten team here in Division 3 so far in Kiel. Mark, they're ranked 2nd right now in the state. What is it about this team? Do you think they could take it? What stands out to you about this group?
Yeah, you know that they play in the Eastern Wisconsin Conference, and they have produced some really good teams in the last few years, some state champions, Brilliant and Roncalli in particular. And they've run the gamut so far. So they're a very good team. They're very experienced. For point guard, Pierce Ahrens is very skilled, very heady. And then they have a really good inside player at 6'6", Grant Mans, who can really rebound and score and step outside a little bit. And there are other guys around those 2 stars are also experienced and very talented. You know, just looking at the bracket so far, one thing that stands out to me is that the Wisconsin Valley Conference really got a lot of respect. I mean, you got Marshfield number 1, you got Point number 2, and then you got Wausau East number 1 in D2. They're going to have to go out and prove that, because generally that league has not done great in the postseason, other than Spash winning with Trev Anderson and the Hauser boys. So that was interesting. But you know, you look at Kiel, you know, they have a chance, but you know, there's some really, really solid teams in Division 3.
All right, well, let's see if they can prove it. And let's move on as we have Platteville earning a 1 seed in our next bracket. Mauston and Dodgeville face off in an 8-9 game. It'll be Prairie du Chien versus Evansville to see who moves on to play Lodi. Then we've got Wisconsin Dells as the 3 seed, awaiting the winner of Viroqua and Richland Center on the bottom half. The 2nd seeded New Glarus, they'll face either River Valley or Edgewood.
All right, let's take a look now at 3B. Number 1, Lakeside Lutheran. They will await the winner of Lamira and Bigfoot. Then Edgerton will also await the winner of Turner and Mayville. To the other side, Waupun will see either East Troy or Waterton. Luther Prep and Lake Mills at the number 2. They are going to either face Columbus or Clinton after that 7 versus 10 game.
Well, we just saw them get a 2 seed, and it feels like a team to watch here could be Lake Mills. They're ranked 5th in the state. They've got a lot of multi-year starters with their upperclassmen. One of those guys is A.J. Bender, who recently broke the school scoring record, surpassing 1,400 points as a junior. But he's not the only one that can score. Coach saying they have to get a little more physical, but putting up points shouldn't be an issue for this team.
Their unselfishness and their passing is special. We shoot the ball really, really well, and we have a lot of guys that can score. But you never see guys getting greedy and taking bad shots. They all just kind of trust each other that, hey, if I make the right pass, then my teammate's going to do the same thing for me. And when you combine that with really good shooting and talented players, I think it makes a really good team.
Well, just a couple miles down the road, Lakeside Lutheran sits behind Lake Mills at 8th in the state rankings. The Warriors only have 2 losses on the season, which may surprise some people after they lost virtually all the rebounders and scorers from last year. Lakeside Lutheran's unique identity is what makes this group stand out.
To this point in time today, I just say we're just kind of a mix of guys who each do something a little bit well, and together as a team we've had a great year and just got off to a great start, won some games, built confidence, and here we sit. So it's been enjoyable watching them grow. From a coach perspective, I've loved this year because it's been team. You know, as they go through and for each of them to kind of find a niche, find a role, and you know, take pride in that, and then execute that's what makes it fun.
Brackets now in Division 3, Sectional 4, where Dominican is the top seed. Butler Collegiate goes head-to-head with the University School of Milwaukee. Oostburg faces off with Catholic Memorial. Then it's Carmen Northwest at number 4 against Brown Deer. Brookfield Academy earns a bye as the 3 seed. They'll face either Kettle Moraine Lutheran or Kewaskum. Milwaukee School of Languages against Sheboygan Falls in the 7-10 matchup. The winner of that one will see 2-seeded Lake Country Lutheran.
All right, let's move on now. Number 1, St. Thomas More. They'll take on either St. Francis or St. Anthony after that 8 versus 9. We're seeing St. Catherine's gets the number 4 seed. Mesmer or Milwaukee North will take them on. Then on the other side, Audubon Technology, the number 3 seed. They will face either Goldemir or Cristo Rey Jesuit at the 6 versus 11. Then in the 7-10, it's Shoreland Lutheran and Milwaukee Washington battling it out. The winner advances to face Milwaukee Academy of Science.
Okay, well, that is the entire Division 3 bracket, Mark. A lot of people are talking about Division 3. Do you feel like this is one that could be a real toss-up?
Well, that Sectional 4 is really loaded. You talk about Thomas More and St. Catherine's, and obviously Milwaukee Academy of Science. I mean, those teams all have Division 1 players. So whoever comes out of that Sectional 4, to me, would be the favorite to win the state championship. Not that others won't have a say in it, of course, but I just think that you know, we're looking at a St. Cat's Thomas More regional final, possibly Academy of Science and Audubon. And then, you know, Brookfield Academy, Lake Country Lutheran, they're both members of the Midwest Classic. They played recently and Lake Country won, but they're very familiar with each other. And then, you know, you're looking at a Dominican Carmen Northwest potential regional final. And again, both those teams have Division I kids. So there's not a lot of sectionals where you can talk about multiple Division I kids, but this is one that you can do that.
Lots of talent, for sure. Well, let's talk a little more in depth about one of those teams that we just mentioned, Bloomer. They have just 1 loss so far on the season.
WQOW Sports Director Nick Tabbert joins us now live from the Blackhawks watch party. Nick, how are they feeling after finding out about this matchup?
Well, let's find out. I'm here with head coach Greg Van Grunsven. You get the 2 seed, and there's a couple teams that you've faced already this season in that bracket. Just your initial reaction to getting a 2 here.
Well, we're ready to get it cranked up, right? We've got 1 week left in the regular season to kind of hone our craft still, but we'll be excited and we'll be ready when that time comes to play the winner of Baldwin and Ellsworth.
And we were just talking here off camera that they knocked you out last year, and there's a chance that you could return the favor, avenge that loss this year.
Yeah, if chalk holds, we'll have an opportunity to host Baldwin. At the same time, you know, Ellsworth is a quality team as well. We had an opportunity to play both those teams late in the year. Ellsworth was really young last year, so we'll see how that one turns out. But our focus this time of the year really has got to be on us to start playing the best basketball that we possibly can. We think we're on the right track. Starting Friday night, we played really well, so we'll see where that goes.
How important is the bye?
How important is the bye? You know, we've had byes before, and we've had play on Tuesday night. The fact that we play Saturday kind of helps that there isn't too long of a break. So we play this coming week Tuesday, and then Saturday afternoon we play in the Clover Belt Championship game. So you know, it gives us a couple extra days to continue to prepare and see how that Tuesday night game turns out.
Thoughts on this sectional overall? I mean, Somerset's in there, and you faced them earlier this season. Obviously, Prescott's the one. Just your thoughts overall here.
Well, you know, first and foremost, parity, right? You know, I think anytime you bring 3 conferences into play in the tournament, the middle border, our conference, the Western Clover Belt, and then the heart of the North, you try and kind of jockey yourself and see where you fit in here or there. We had an opportunity to play Somerset at UW Stout on a big floor, 10 feet longer. We had the lead with under a minute to go, and they end up making plays at the end. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, how those first couple round games go and see where, you know, some of these games lead us.
Thanks for the time, Coach. Thanks for having us over to your house for the watch party. Bloomer's a number 2 seed.
All right, interesting perspective there on the bye. Thanks so much, Nick. Well, this bracket reveal is just the beginning of a marathon that will be ran up until March. Coming up, we hear from a team that embodies that in D4 as we reveal their place in the bracket.